श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परेरीश्वर सद्य हृदय वरुध्य यत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरुगलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसञ्चितं पीबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुका अनर्थोपशमं साक्षात् भक्तियोगं अधक्षते लोकस्यादानतो विद्वंस्तक्वे सात्वत संहितां यस्यां वैश्रूयमाणायां कृष्णे परमपुरुषे भक्तिरुत्पद्यते पुंसशोकमोहो भयापहा श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणममलं तद्वैष्णवानां प्रियं यस्मिन् पारमहंसमेकममलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते तत्र ज्ञान विराग भक्ति सहित नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं तत्सुनन् सुपठन् विचारण परो भक्त्या विमुच्य नर अर्थोऽयं ब्रह्मसूत्राणां भारतार्थो विनिर्णयो गायत्री भाष्यरूपसौ वेदार्थो परिगृहीतो सर्ववेदेतिहासानं सारं सारं समुद्रतं सर्ववेदान्तसारं हि श्रीमद्भागवतं इष्यते तद्रसामृततृप्तस्य नान्यत्र स्थिरते क्वचित् कृष्ण भक्ति रस स्वरूप श्री भागवत ताते वेदशास्त्र হইতে परम महत्व चारि वेद उपनिषदे যত কিছু হয় তার অর্থ ব্যাস করিল সঞ্চয় যেই সূত্রে যেই রূপ বিষয় বচন ভাগবতে সেই রূপ শ্লোক নিবন্ধন যা জীবের নিস্তার লাগি সূত্র কইল ব্যাস মায়াবাদী ভাষ্য শুনিলে হয় সর্বনাশ যাও ভাগবত পড়ো বৈষ্ণবের স্থানে एकांत आश्रय करो चैतन्य चरणी भागवत जेना माने से जवन सम तार शास्त्र छे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु जब धर्म प्रज्जीत कैतपत्र परम निर्मस्त्रम स्वताम वेद्यम वास्तव मत्र वस्तु शिवदम तापत्रयनमूलनम श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा प्रेरीश्वर सद्य हृदय वरुध्य त्यत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात् श्रीमद्भागवतम is the essence of all Vedic literature. Dharma Pujita Kaitavatra. Come closer. Sitting so scattered here and there. Dharma Pujita Kaitavatro Parama Nirmasranang Swatam Vidyam. Srimad Bhagavata speaks of pure Bhagavata Dharma Tattva is not. It's Pujita Kaitava. That means there is no Kaitava Dharma. Kaitava means cheating Dharma. There is no cheating Dharma in Srimad Bhagavatam. It's pure Bhagavata Dharma, Parama Dharma, Supreme Dharma, Atman Dharma, Vaishnava Dharma. What is Kaitava Dharma? Cheating Dharma. You know, 4 types of Kaitava. 4 types of cheating Dharma are there. You know? Kaitava Chatushtoy. Chatushtoy means 4. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. You understand? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So-called religious economic development, fulfilling material desires, Moksha, liberation. These are 4 types of Kaitava, cheating Dharma. And Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam speaks of pure Bhagavad Dharma is free from these 4 types of Kaitava Dharma. Dharma Prajita Kaitavatra. Parama Nirmasrang Swatam Vidyam. Who can understand this Dharma Tattva? This Parama Dharma Tattva. Who can understand? Parama Nirmasrang Swatam Vidyam. That means Swatam means devotees, who is Parama Nirmasara, who is not envious. Those who are non-envious devotees, not envious, only they can understand this Dharma Tattva, Bhagavad Dharma Tattva. You understand? Is Bhagavad Dharma? Parama Nirmasarang Sadam Vidyam Vastav Matra Vastu Sivadam Tapatrayan Malanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krute Kiಂ ವಾ ಪರೇರೀಶ್ವರ ಸದ್ಯ ಹೃದಯ ಪರುದ್ಯ ತೇತ್ರ ಕೃತಿಭಿ ಶುಶ್ರೂಷುಭಿ ತತ್ಕ್ಷಣಾತ್. If someone only develops desire to go and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. The Krishna is there in the heart as Paramatma, immediately becomes awakened. You understand? Only by development of desire that I'll go and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. And comes Nitya Bhagavata Sevaya, is daily activity, regularly comes, regularly hears Srimad Bhagavatam from the right source, Bhakta Bhagavata, devotee Bhagavata, who is an embodiment of Bhagavata, with concentrated attention and full faith, taking shelter of Bhagavata, he gets such pure bhakti, Krishna bhakti, thereby Krishna who is there in the heart immediately becomes bound up. Sadhya hrudya varudhyate yatra krutibhi sususubhi tatkanat. Jasyang vaisruyamanayang Krishne paramapurushi bhakti rutpadete punsa sukam oho bhayapaha. Only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from the right source, one can very easily develop Krishna Bhakti, as a result of which all his material fears, lamentations, and delusions will be destroyed forever, only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Parikshit Maharaj only heard Parikshita Sravani. Dying condition, at end of his life, he only heard continuously for 7 days, sitting on the bank of Ganges from the lips of Sukadeva Goswami, completely taking shelter of Bhagavata. He only heard. And thereby, he achieved the supreme perfection of life. That's Krishna Prem Bhakti and Krishna. This is only hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Nigama kalpatar galitam phalam sukha mukhadamrita drava sanjitam pivata bhagavatam rasamalayam muraho rasika bhuvivabuka. This Srimad Bhagavatam is Nigama kalpatar galita phala. It's the sweetest, most ripened and nectarian juicy fruit of Vedic tree. You understand? Again, it has come out from the lips of Sukadeva Goswami. Sukha means literally parrot. Parrot generally puts its beak into the most ripened and sweetest fruit. Sweet fruit. After it being tossed by parrot, it becomes much sweeter. So similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam, after coming out from the lips of Sukadeva Goswami, it has become much sweeter. It's much sweeter. Do you understand? So those who have developed taste for it, to taste this sweetness, this nectarian juice, such devotees are always invited. We call such devotees, move again and again, please come and taste this nectar. Aswadi Rasika Saha. Because in the association of such Rasika Bhaktas, such devotees who have developed taste for it, the releasement will be much better. Otherwise, cannot be released. Otherwise, such nectar will never come out. This is the most important thing. Both the one who will speak and will hear, Srota Bhakta, hearer and speaker, must be in the same level, very elevated level of bhakti. Both of them should have developed taste for it. Then it will be much better released. And nectar will come out more and more. If no such taste, then it will never come out. Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj were of the same level, very elevated devotees. Therefore this came out. Jao Bhagavata Pada Vaishnava Sthane Ekanta Asra Karo Chaitanya Charane. Go and approach Bhakta Bhagavata. Completely takes shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he gives freely Prem Bhakti. This Prem Bhakti is needed to understand Srimad Bhagavatam or approach Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is not mere book. It is Krishna Tulya, as good as Krishna. Krishna is Vibhu. Srimad Bhagavatam is also Vibhu, Supreme Lord. As we take shelter of Krishna, similarly we take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. साधु शास्त्र कृपाय यदि कृष्णन्मुख होय Sei jiva toroy maya tahake charoy. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, as sadhu has kripa, kripa means mercy. You understand? Sadhu has mercy. Similarly, Shastra, Vedic literature, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, has also mercy. You understand? It's not mere book. It has mercy. So both mercy from sadhu, mercy from Shastra. If someone receives this mercy from sadhu and Shastra, he develops Krishna consciousness very easily and he becomes completely free from the clutches of Maya. Do you understand? So, my Guru Maharaj also says this thing, to distribute these books, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha, Bhagavata Katha, in book form, you go out and distribute, thereby distributing mercy. Distributing mercy. If someone takes one book and just keeps in his home, just keeps, may not read, just keeps, still gets mercy. Time will come, he will turn over the pages and look into it, and then he will be attracted towards it. Krishna Katha and Krishna are non-different. Krishna is all attractive, his Katha is also attractive. Either he may or his son may be attractive. Do you understand? Only by taking one book and keeping in the house, he gets mercy. Therefore, stress upon it that Vaishnavas, they know it, and thereby Vaishnavas are always very eager to distribute mercy. You understand? So, sadhu shastra kripaye, jadi Krishna mukha hoy, sei jiva toroy, maya tahake chadaye. Therefore, one who is very eager, very serious, and one who realizes this thing, one who is conscious of his position, that really I am in trouble, really I am suffering, I am in clutches of Maya, how can I get rid of it? Come out of the clutches of Maya. So he should come and hear Srimad Bhagavatam and beg for his mercy from Bhakta Bhagavata and Grantha Bhagavata. Do you understand? Bhagavata jena mani se javana sama tar sasta se janme janme prabhu jama. One who doesn't accept Srimad Bhagavata is Javan, is to be punished by Jamaraj life after life. We accept Srimad Bhagavatam, we are complete surrender unto Srimad Bhagavatam, and we accept it and practice it, put it in our life. It's not mere passive listening. Sadang prasangan mama virja samvido bhavanti vrutkarna rasayana katha tajjasana rasu apavarga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramisati. Lord Kapil says, Sadang means devotees. Those who are embodiment of Bhagavata, they speak Bhagavata, Krishna Katha, Bhagavata Katha. And it is very potential, Virja Samvido, Bhavanti Hrutkarna Rasayana Katha. It's very nectarian, sweet, attractive. It gives pleasure to ear and heart. Tajjasana asu apavarga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramisati. It's not passive listening. Josana means one should listen and hear it, concentrate attention and accept it seriously, and immediately put into practice in his life. Josana means cultivated. Cultivation is not passive listening. Then shraddha ratir bhaktir. Asu means immediately, very soon he develops this, comes to the path of liberation and bhakti and develops Shraddha, Rati, Bhakti. Shraddha means unflinching faith and attraction, taste, ruchi, then prem bhakti. That end. Do you understand? These are the all glorifications of Srimad Bhagavatam, because as good as Krishna, as we glorify Krishna, similarly we glorify Srimad Bhagavatam and beg for his mercy. Without his mercy, we cannot approach him. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Now please come to text. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 19, text 5. Atho vidhayimam amunchalokam. Atho vidhayimam amunchalokam. Vimarsito heyo yata purastat. Vimarsito heyo taya purastat. Krishnangri sevang adhimanyamano. Krishnangri sevang adhimanyamano. Upavisat prayang amartyanadhyang. Upavisat prayang amartyanadhyang. Atho vihaye amunchalokam vimarsito heyataya purastat krishnangri sevang adhimanyamano upavisat prayam amartyanadhyam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj Parikshit sat down firmly on the banks of the Ganges to concentrate his mind in Krishna consciousness, rejecting all other practices of self-realization, because transcendental loving service to Krishna is the greatest achievement, superseding all other methods. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. For a devotee like Maharaj Parikshit, none of the material planets, even the topmost Brahmaloka, is as desirable as Golok Vrindavan, the abode of Lord Sri Krishna, the primal Lord and the original personality of Godhead. This earth is one of the innumerable material planets within the universe, and there are innumerable universes also within the compass of Mahatattva. The devotees are told by the Lord and his representatives, the spiritual masters or acharyas, that not one of the planets within all the innumerable universes is suitable for the residential purposes of a devotee. The devotee always desires to go back home, back to Godhead, just to become one of the associates of the Lord in the capacity of servitor, friend, parent, or conjugal lover of the Lord, either in one of the innumerable Vaikuntha planets or in Golok Vrindavan, the planet of Lord Sri Krishna. All these planets are eternally situated in the spiritual sky, the Paravyoma, which is on the other side of the Kajal ocean within the Mahatattva. Maharaj Parikshit was already aware of all this information due to his accumulated piety and birth in a high family of devotees, Vaishnavas, and thus he was not at all interested in the material planets. Modern scientists are very eager to reach the moon by material arrangements, but they cannot conceive of the highest planet of the universe. But a devotee like Maharaj Parikshit doesn't care a fig for the moon or, for that matter, any of the material planets. So when he was assured of his death on a fixed date, he became more determined in the transcendental loving service of the Lord by complete fasting on the bank of the transcendental river Jamuna, which flows down by the capital of Hastinapura in the Delhi state. Both of the Ganges and the Jamuna are Amartya, transcendental rivers, and Jamuna is still more sanctified for the following reasons. One point, both the Ganges and the Jamuna are Amartya, transcendental rivers. And Jamuna is still more sanctified for the following reasons. Reasons will be there following. But between Jamuna, Ganga, Ganges and Jamuna, both are Amartya, that means transcendental rivers, not material rivers. But Jamuna is more sanctified. Ganges is not material river or the Ganges water is not material water. This is water of Kajal Ocean. Water of Kajal Ocean. And we all know it, and that is a fact. If you bring Ganges water, put it in a pot, keep it in your house, home, for years together, still no germs will be there germinated. Keep some ordinary water. Water is a material element. Keep up Teja Marut Vyoma. 5 gross material elements are there, isn't it? Up means water. And your material scientists, they have proved this thing, and they say by the combination of oxygen and hydrogen, they create that water, isn't it? Huh? This is material water and material element. Put this water in a pot, after some days you find some germs are there, isn't it? If you keep Ganges water, no germs are there. Because it's not material water, transcendental water. It is the water of the Kajal Ocean. When Vaman came, Vaman avatar, dwarf incarnation of the Lord, and went to Bali Maharaj's door, sacrificial arena, to beg 3 pieces of land. He had tiny feet, very tiny foot, and begged only 3 pieces of land. With the first foot, he covered all the land space here in the globe. The second foot, he covered the all space. You understand? And that foot, he increased. That foot was increased. You understand? Stressed more and more. That penetrated the 8 layers of this material universe and tossed this Kajal Ocean. You understand? And that Kajal Ocean, water of Kajal Ocean is transcendental water. Is transcendental water. That water came. That was there in the toe of the Lord, Vishnu. You understand? That is Ganges. That is Ganges. Chinmaya Jala, transcendental water. It is not material water. Therefore, Amartya Nadya. Amartya means transcendental. But Jamuna is also Amartya, transcendental, but more sanctified. Why? And we also say, Bhagavata Tulasi Gongaya Bhakta Jani, Chaturda Vigraha Krishna Icharisane. These are 4 manifestations of Krishna in this material world. Bhagavata, Tulasi, Ganga, and Bhakta. Do you follow? Bhagavata, Bhagavata Grantha, Bhagavata Mahapurana. I say repeatedly and say it in Chaitanya Bhagavata, Krishna Tulya Bhagavata is as good as Krishna, none different from Krishna. So, the manifestation of Krishna, Bhagavata Tulasi, we worship Tulasi Devi, is not mere plant, is Krishna Prayasi, very dear to Krishna, as good as Krishna. Ganga, this river Ganges, is also as good as the manifestation of Krishna. And Bhakta Bhagavata, dear devotee, pure devotee, is also. Kintu Prabhurjya Priya Tasya Bande Guru Sri Charanar Vindam Sakhyat Dharitena Samasta Sastri Ruktastutha Bhavyata Eva Sadvi Kintu Prabhurjya Priya Tasya Bande Guru Sri Charanar Vindam. Guru Bastaka, we every day offer this prayer. That Sakhyat Dhari, that pure devotee, most intimate devotee of the Lord Krishna, is as good as Hari. Do you understand? Sakhyat Hari, as good as, because he is very dear. Kintu Prabhurja Priya is very dear, intimate, is in the same level. Vaishnava philosophy is that Guru, dear devotee, pure devotee of Lord Krishna, is manifestation of Krishna, is also Bhagavan. But is the Sevaka Bhagavan, is Servitor Bhagavan. Krishna is Sevya Bhagavan. Do you follow my language? Sevya Bhagavan, Sevaka Bhagavan, 2 Bhagavans. What you say? Understand? What you say in English? Servant Bhagavan and Master Bhagavan, who is to be served. Do you understand? Sabya Bhagavan, Sevaka Bhagavan. So dear devotee of the Lord, Guru is Sevaka Bhagavan, is servitor Bhagavan. And Krishna is Master Bhagavan or is to be served. Do you understand? Sabya Bhagavan, two Bhagavans. And it is said, Krishna is the supreme. Matta paratara nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. There is nobody superior to me, O Dhananjaya, O Krishna, Arjuna. Isn't it? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that's a fact. Hariste katatvam vidhi shiva suresha pranamitam. Lord Hari is supreme truth. Vidhi, even Brahma, Shiva, Suresha, heavenly king Indra, all are his subordinates. Ekali Ishvara Krishna Arsa Vritya. Only Krishna is supreme Ishvara Parameshwara. All others are his servants. Do you understand? Nobody is equal to Krishna. Nobody is superior to Krishna. Do you understand? That's a fact. But if someone becomes his dear devotee, completely surrendered, develops Krishna prema and binds of Krishna, do you understand? Krishna samya hoite hoy bada bhakta pada. Chaitanya Charitamrita says. Krishna samya hoite hoy bada bhakta pada. If someone becomes dear devotee of Krishna, pure devotee, completely surrendered, develops Krishna prema, binds Krishna, Krishna becomes bound up. Krishna becomes bound up. Sada muktopi badhosmi bhaktena sneharajjubhi. Haribhakti Suddhodaya. Supreme Lord says like, though I am supremely free, Krishna is not in bondage, is supremely free. Still, I become bound up with the rope of love of my devotee. Do you understand? Become subordinate. Aham bhakto paradhina aswatantra dhija sadhu vigrasta hrudaya bhaktir bhaktadana priya. 9th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. He says to Durvasa Muni, oh, Brahman, oh, Vipra, you should understand, I am not independent. Aham bhakto paradhina. I am dependent on my dear devotee. I have no independence. Though he is supremely independent, but he is dependent to his pure devotee. Bhakta paradhina swatantra ivadija sadhu vigrasta hrudaya bhaktir bhaktadana priya. They are sadhu. Sadhu, you understand? They are devotee. That sadhu has occupied my heart. You understand? Sadhu vigrasta hrudaya bhaktir bhaktadana priya. Very dear to that sadhu. Do you understand? I am subordinate to him. I have no independence. So Krishna samya hoite hoy bada bhakta pada. If you become his dear devotee, develop your devotion, prem bhakti, Krishna will make you greater than he. Do you understand? Krishna makes you greater. Nobody can be equal to Krishna. But if you will become his very dear devotee, develop Krishna prem bhakti, Krishna will make you greater. That's a fact. Krishna samya hoite hoy bada bhakta pada. That is what. Do you understand? So, this point is there. This Jamuna, river Jamuna, Krishna prayasi. Though Ganga is manifestation of Krishna, transcendental water, Jamuna is also like that, but here Prabhupada Maharaj says Jamuna is still more sanctified for the following reasons. Reasons has not been given here, but reason is that Jamuna Krishna prayasi. Jamuna is very dear, like Krishna, Tulsi Krishna prayasi. Do you understand? Krishna prayasi. You offer prayer every day. We worship, offer worship to Tulsi Devi, both morning and evening. Sing that song, Nama Nama Tulasi, Krishna prayasi, isn't it? Similarly, Jamuna Krishna prayasi. Jamuna is very dear to Krishna. When Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago in this material world, manifested Leelas there in Brajabhumi, Jamuna is there, river Jamuna. So on the bank of Jamuna, Krishna manifested all the Leelas. And he also made sportive activities in the river of Jamuna with the damsels of Brajabhumi, gopis. Do you understand? The Jamuna took part in transcendental Leelas of Krishna. It's very dear. So Ganges at that time became Moorish, that I am no such person, that I cannot take part in transcendental Leelas of Krishna. Do you understand? Krishna is Bhaktavatsala, is very dear to his devotees. Bhaktavansha kalpataru. It fulfills all the desires of his dear devotees. So, Krishna understands this thing. And in Gaura Avatar, he fulfilled the desire of Ganges. Jannavi Tiravani. You understand? Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sasinandan, Gauranga appeared in this Mayapur Dham, which is situated on the bank of Ganges. And he manifested his boyful Leelas there in the bank of Ganges. Therefore, he fulfilled the desires of Ganges. There was a dispute once in the court of Mughal Empire, Akbar. Do you understand? Mughal Empire, Emperor Akbar. There was a dispute. Who is greater between Ganges and Jamuna? Do you understand? Some say Ganges, some say Jamuna. But nothing was decided. So who is a bona fide authority, Acharya? He should be called for. He should decide. But Acharya says, bona fide Acharya says, we should accept his authority. Then they called for Jiva Goswami. You understand? At that time, Jiva Goswami was there, Acharya, Tattva-acharya. So Jiva Goswami was called for. And Jiva Goswami said, Jiva Goswami lives in Vrindavan, and the capital of Emperor Akbar is Delhi. Do you understand? Modern Delhi. So where is Vrindavan and Delhi? Far away. At that time, there was no such communication system. Buses, trains, no such thing. Do you understand? So Jiva Goswami said, I won't stay any place. It's not Vrindavan. I'll never spend night at any place. I may go to some place, but I must come back to Vrindavan and spend night in Vrindavan. I won't stay. You understand? So Emperor Akbar sent horsemen. Do you understand? So he brought him. Then he decided this thing. That though both Ganga and Jamuna, as here say Amartya Nadya, is transcendental river, but Jamuna Krishna Prayasi. Jamuna is very dear to Krishna. Ganga is not as dear as Jamuna. So he decided Jamuna is superior to Ganga. So it is said here. Both the Ganges and the Jamuna are Amartya, transcendental river, and Jamuna is still more sanctified. Therefore it is said. Another point is here that Maharaj Parikshit sat down firmly on the banks of the Ganges to concentrate his mind in Krishna consciousness, rejecting all other practices of self-realization. Because transcendental loving service to Krishna is the greatest achievement, superseding all other methods. Bhaktyaham ekoyagrajya. Bhaktyaham ekoyagrajya. Krishna is only achieved or approached through bhakti. Namang sadhiti yoga no sankyam na dharma uddhava no sudhyaya tapastyaga jatha bhaktir mamorjita. Krishna himself says, I am only approached or achieved through bhakti, not by yoga, not by tyaga, not by penance, not by Vedic study, not by tapasya. Do you understand? Tyaga, not by following strictly these principles of so-called dharma, not by Sankhya analytical study. I have not achieved. Only by bhakti, pure bhakti. Do you understand? So it is said here. That Maharaj Parikshit sat down firmly on the banks of Ganges to concentrate mind on Krishna consciousness, rejecting all other practice of soul because transcendental loving service to Krishna is the greatest achievement, superseding all other methods. He became very eager. Only 7 days' time was there. He was in dying condition. Within very short time, how can I get the supreme perfection? That is the lotus feet of Krishna. Get Krishna. How can I get it? He becomes very eager. So he sat down there. Then following verses will say, when Maharaj Parikshit is a great devotee, dear devotee of the Lord, ordinary king, ordinary person, and he only desired the Golak Vrindavan, go back to Golak Vrindavan, lotus feet of Krishna, not to any other Vaikuntha planets even. Do you understand where Lord Narayana Vishnu reside? Do you understand? Because that is the topmost, and Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Bhagavan, isn't it? Iti chan sakala punsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. This first canto says, Sukadeva Goswami says this thing. Sukadeva Goswami gives the description of many incarnations. Avatara hi asankhya, hare satvanidhi divija, jatha vidasin kulya, sarasasyu sahasrasa. This first canto says, Lord Hari has innumerable incarnations. Innumerable, you cannot count, countless. Jatha vidasin kulya, from a big reservoir or big lake, many innumerable outlets come out. Similarly, innumerable incarnations come out from Lord Hari. He is source of all incarnations. He is avatari. Krishna is avatari. He is the source of all incarnations. All incarnations come out from him. Do you understand? Therefore, iti chan sakala punsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. These avatars, incarnations are also portion, and portion of the portion is Kala. Do you understand? Also and Kala. Also means portion, and portion of the portion is Kala. Do you understand? That is Kala. Ramadi Murtisu Kala Niyamena Tishtan. Nana Avatarang Akarot Bhuvanisu Kintu Krishna Swayam Sambhavat Parampumanjo Govindang Adi Purusam Tamam Bhajami. Brahma Samhita says, Ramadi Murtisu Kala Niyamena Tishtan. Nana Avatarang Akarot Kintu. Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, etc. All these incarnations are Kala. At the portion of the portion of the portion of Krishna. Do you understand? Do you follow my language? That is Kala. Ramadi Murti Sukala Niyamantis. Nana Avataram. Various incarnations. Innumerable incarnations that they are the portion and portion and portion of Krishna, this Kala Niyam. Krishna Sambhavat Param Puman. But Krishna is Supreme Person. Krishna is Parameswara. Krishna is Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Do you understand? It's completely full. It's Purna Brahma. Do you understand? Nobody is Purna Brahma. Krishna is Purna Brahma. Do you understand? Krishna is Purna Brahma. Kalani Mantistan Nana Avataranga Karut Bhuvani Sugint. Krishna Sambhavat Puram Manjo Govindang Adi Purusam Tamambada. Brahma Samhita Shastra says this thing. So, all these avatars, they live in Vaikuntha's planets. But Krishna's planet in Paravyoma, in the spiritual sky, the highest planet, that is Golak Vrindavan. And Maharaj Parikshit desired that, isn't it? Here it is mentioned. He even, Maharaj Parikshit didn't desire to go to any Vaikuntha planet. He desired the Golak Vrindavan, isn't it? That is it. Krishnangri Sevanam. I will serve the lotus feet of Krishna. Go back, come back to God and go back to Krishna. You understand? To serve his lotus feet. With loving, with love. Without prema, nobody can approach Krishna. That means he became very eager how to develop that Krishna prema and get Krishna within a very short time, within 7 days' time only. Dying condition, how will it be possible? That is question. So he asked that question. He asked that question. All the sages, Rajarshis, Brahmarshis, Maharshis, Devarshis, all came. All came and assembled there. And they asked that question. How can I do it? What is my duty? Now in this dying condition. Many munis, Nana Muni, Nana Mata. Many munis are there. They gave different opinions, but nothing could be decided. At last, Sukadeva Goswami came. Do you understand? Who was very young, only 16 years old. And that said, yes, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That means, yes, that should be done. Nobody disagreed. So Sukadeva Goswami was made Acharya. And he spoke Srimad Bhagavatam continuously for 7 days. And Maharaj Parikshit already stated here, given up taking food, fasting, sleeping, given up sleeping, ahara nidra, continuously sitting there and hearing. You understand? Only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, he got the highest perfection, developed that Prem Bhakti and got Krishna. That is what Srimad Bhagavatam. That we say. Jasyang Vaishriyamana Krishni Paramapurushi Bhaktir Pudepunsa Soko Moho Bhayapoha. Only by hearing Bhagavatam from the right source, you can develop such thing. You understand? So, Krishna is Param Brahma, Purna Brahma, completely full. This Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, all other incarnations are Kala, portion of the portion of the portion. It's said in Chaitanya Charitamrita also in Bhagavata. First expansion of Krishna is Baladev, Lord Balaram or Baladev, is known as Mula Sankarshan. Do you understand? So, then Baladev's expansion from Mula Sankarshan comes to who? Mahasankarshan. Do you understand? Comes Mahasankarshan. He is in Vaikuntha. Do you follow? From Mahasankarshan comes Mahavishnu. Do you understand? Mahavishnu or Karananda Sai Vishnu, who lies in Kajal Ocean. Do you understand? You know Mahavishnu or first Purusha Avatar, isn't it? Pradhan Purusha Avatar, first Purusha Avatar. Huh? Then he casts his vision. Lying in Kajal Ocean, casts his vision on whom? Maya, material nature, who is outside the Kajal Ocean, and makes her impregnated. Do you understand? And from his pore of the hairs on the body, innumerable, these Brahmandas, universes come out and flow in Mahatattva. Do you understand? Then the second Purusha avatar, this, from Mahavishnu comes second Purusha avatar, it's Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, isn't it? Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, who lies in Garbho Ocean. He enters into all the universes, innumerable universes. And from his navel sprouts a lotus is tail, and Brahma is born there, isn't it? From this Garbhodakashayi Vishnu come all the avatars. Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana. Do you understand? This Kalpa avatar, all avatars come. Therefore, it is Ansakala Puruso, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. All avatars, Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, etc. are Khala. That means portion of the portion of the portion of Lord is Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Bhagavan. Is completely full, is Purna Brahma. Is Purna Brahma, is completely full, who has no deficit at all. Do you understand? Has no deficit at all. Otherwise, he cannot be called Purna Brahma, completely full Brahma. Do you understand? Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Upanishad mantra says, isn't it? Huh? Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. All Purna, complete units are coming out from him. Still, he is always full. Do you understand? He is Purna Brahma. And Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, this Srila Rupa Goswami has mentioned 64 qualities of Krishna. Isn't it? So 64 qualities. Krishna has these 64 qualities unlimitedly. It's completely full. Out of 64 qualities, first 50 qualities are in jivas in very minute proportion. Do you understand? Minute proportion. Jivas possess 50 qualities in minute possession. Do you understand? And the Brahma, Shiva, the demigods, they possess 5 more qualities. That's 55 qualities out of 64 qualities. And this 50 qualities that jivas possess, Brahma, Shiva, demigods possess something greater proportion. Do you understand? And 5 qualities more, 55 qualities. And this avatars, Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, Vishnu, Narayana, all Vishnu forms, they possess 60 qualities. Do you understand? Out of 64 qualities, they possess 60 qualities. You understand? And Krishna has 64 qualities. Completely full 64 qualities. Do you understand? 4 madhuryas. Krishna has 4 madhuryas. That is Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Rati Madhuri, Leela Madhuri. Do you understand me? It's all inside the Charitamrita. And Srila Rupa Goswami has mentioned it, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also. And these 4 madhuryas are not found in any incarnations. Do you understand? Ram, Nrsimha, Vamana, no, is not found at all. Only it is with Krishna. Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Rati Madhuri, and Leela Madhuri. You understand in my language? Yes. Sarvadbhuta Chamatkara Leela Kallola Varidhi Atulya Madhura Prema Mandita Priya Mandalaha Trijagan Manasa Karsi Murali Kalapujita Asamanartha Rupa Sri Vismapita Saracharaha Leela Premna Priyadhikyam Madhurjam Venurupaya Itya Sadharanam Prokta Govindasya Chatushtayam. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami mentioned this thing. That Advaya Jnana Tattva, absolute truth, Purna Brahma, completely full Purna Brahma, Rasaraja Sri Krishna is Asamardha Paratattva Vastu. Is Paratattva is supreme truth, is Asamardha. Nobody is superior to him. Do you understand? Is Asamardha. Nobody is equal, nobody is superior to me, this is Asamardha. Do you understand? Yes, Krishna. Do you understand? So all these four types of madhurya, what you say in English, madhurya? Sweetness, you say. This is not sufficient. Anyhow, no other word is there in English to express this thing. So you say sweetness. But this is not sufficient. It has some deep purport in it. These four types of madhuryas are also asamardha. Nobody possesses such thing. Only Krishna possesses. A Purna Brahma. Krishna is a Purna Brahma. And all madhuryas are also Purna, completely full in him. Not in partial. It's completely full. Do you understand? That is our will. That is Purna Brahma, in whom there is no deficit at all. If someone gets that Purna Brahma, he feels no deficit. Do you follow my language? Therefore, our aim is, goal is to get Krishna. And Maharaj Parikshit desired that thing, isn't it? Krishnangri Sevanam. Huh? Krishnangri Seva, isn't it? How I will serve the lotus feet of Krishna and get Krishna. It is Purna Brahma. Not Ram, not Nrsimha, not Vaman, not Narayana, Vasudeva. No, only Krishna. Because it's Krishna. Purna Brahma. There is no deficit in it. And if someone gets Krishna, Purna Brahma, he feels no deficit. You understand? That is the goal. And Maharaj Parikshit desire that thing. So, Jiva is Vivinansa, isn't it? Differentiated parts in the Lord. All this Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, Vishnu form, they are Swansa. Do you follow Swansa, Vivinansa? Huh? No? Vivinansa, differentiated parts. Huh? Don't you know? Follow my language? Jivas are differentiated parts, Vivinansa. But this Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, Vishnu, Narayana, they are Swansa, direct expansions. Do you understand? Expansion of the expansion, portion of the portion. Jiva is very minute. Jiva is Vivinansa, a different part. It's quite natural that Jiva has many deficiencies. Do you understand? Jivas have many deficiencies. They are not Purna. Do you understand? But what to speak of Jivas, even this Kalas, portion of the portion Krishna, Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, Narayana, Vishnu, etc., they have also deficiencies. Because they have only 60 qualities, whereas Krishna has 64 qualities. 4 madhuryas are with Krishna only. Do you understand? None of them is Purna Brahma. Only Krishna is Purna Brahma. Do you follow my language? Only Krishna is Purna Brahma. Nobody is Krishna Brahma. None of them is Krishna Brahma. It's Purna Brahma. So, Krishna's beauty, Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Sobham, his madhurya, far excels. Do you understand? His beauty far excels the beauty of crores of cupids. Do you understand? Crores of cupids. And if someone gets the Krishna, he will never feel any deficit. And jivas have many deficiencies. We say the hunger, kyudha. Do you understand? That is sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Pancha tanamatra, 5 objects of material enjoyment. Do you understand? 5 objects of material enjoyment. Sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Sabda means sound. Sparsha means touch. Rupa means form. Sabda, sparsha, rupa. Rasa, taste. Gandha, smell, odor. Do you understand? Sabda, the ear has this hunger of sound. Do you understand? In ear, this hunger of sound is there. Sabda, sparsha, the skin. Skin has the hunger of touch. Do you understand? Sparsha. Sabda, sparsha. Rupa, the eye. The eye has the hunger of form. To see more beautiful different forms. That's the hunger of the eye. Chakshurkhuda. Sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, the tongue. Tongue has the hunger of taste. Rasa. To taste different mellows. Taste. Do you understand? That hunger is with the tongue. Sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. This nose. Nose has this hunger of smell. To smell more sweet scented smells. Do you understand? It's different hungers. These are manifested in different these senses. Do you understand? But still in this material world, though the eye sees many forms, different forms, more beautiful forms, and always hankers to see more and more, some newer and newer beautiful forms, still is not satiated. Is not satiated. Its hunger is not satiated. But because why? Why is not satiated? Why? Because all these material forms, all the material beauty is temporary, is not eternal. Do you understand? Anything material is temporary, agantavanta. There's beginning and end. But those are nitya, these are anitya. Temporary, but those are nitya. Say, the beauty of Lord Ram, beauty of Nrsingadev, beauty of Vamandev, beauty of Narayana, isn't it? They are also not complete. Because they are not complete, they are not Purna Brahma. Do you understand? The gopis, do you understand? The gopis, they want to see the beautiful form of Krishna only, Kishore Krishna. Mahaprabhu came, and Mahaprabhu said, Aradhya Bhagavan Pradesatanaya Tadham Vrindavanam Ramya Kachid Pasana Brajavadhu Vargena Jakalpita. Aradhya Bhagavan Pradesatanaya Tadham Vrindavanam Brajasatanaya. This is significant. Brajasatanaya means son of Nanda Maharaj, son of Jasoda Mata. Nandana Krishna or Jasoda Nandana Krishna. Do you understand? He never says, Mahaprabhu never says, Devaki Nandana Krishna or Vasudeva Nandana Krishna. Nandana Krishna. Do you understand? This is significant. Aradhya Bhagavan Brajesudanaya. That means son of Nanda Maharaj, son of Jasoda Mata is to be worshipped. Because that's Kishore Krishna. Kishore means 10, 11 years old. That is Kishore. Do you understand? And Nitya Kishore, eternally Kishore. And that form is most beautiful form. Excellently beautiful form. Kishore Krishna, form of Krishna, Kishore Krishna. Do you understand? With the float in his hand. And Syama Trivangalarita, Venu Punantam, Maravinda Dalayatakyam, Varahavatansa. Brahma Samhita gives this description of the beauty. Do you follow? That is Kishore Krishna. That Krishna in Brajabhumi, who is always 10, 11 years old, is very beautiful Krishna. And gopis headed by Radharani, they worship that form. How beautiful. Brajavadhu Vargena Jakalpita. As the Brajavadhus, the dancers of Brajabhumi, offer worship with love. Do you understand? Pure love. Gopi Prem Radha. Mahaprabhu gives that love. And that form, they want to see only that all beautiful form, Kishore form of Krishna. They don't want to see the form of this Narayana form, Vishnu form. No. Once Krishna, sometimes Krishna disappears from last dance. So all the gopis, they feel the pangs of separation from Krishna and they search after Krishna in the jungle of Vrindavan, under all trees, all creepers, in all groups. Do you understand? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? All beautiful. And in one of the kunjas, groves, Krishna manifested himself in 400 Narayana form, standing there. The gopis were searching after that beautiful Krishna. And they went to that kunja and saw the 400 Narayana. They said, oh, it's Narayana, Dandavata Narayana, chalo. We don't want it. We don't want it. We want all beautiful 200 form Krishna, Kishore Krishna. Do you understand? That is what. That is all beautiful. His beauty is uncomparable, cannot be compared. If someone can see that beauty of Krishna, Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Sobham, whose beauty far excels that of the crores of cupids, then the eye will never aspire for to see any other beauty. Do you follow my point? The eye will never aspire for see any other beauty. Even the beauty of Lord Ram or beauty of Lord Narayana or Vishnu or Vasudeva, no. Only Krishna's beauty is Kishore Krishna's beauty. Do you understand? That is completely full. Therefore we say, Krishna in Dwaraka, Krishna in Mathura, and Krishna in Brajabhumi. Do you understand? Krishna in Dwaraka is Dwarkadhish, is Dwarka, new Dwarkapur, you see. Krishna in Dwarka is king, in royal robe, is Dwarkadhish, the king of Dwarka. You understand? And he has 16,000, more than 16,000 queens, headed by Rukmini. Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, so many. Do you understand? There's king there, in the royal robes, opulent. He's opulent. The manifestation of opulence in Dwarka. Do you understand? No question of madhurya here. His madhurya is covered up with opulence. In Dwarka, madhurya is covered up with opulence. Do you understand? Krishna in Dwarka is full, is complete. Do you understand? Purna. But Krishna in Mathura is more complete. Krishna is Brajabhumi is most complete. Do you follow my language? Complete, more complete, most complete. Krishna in Dwaraka, Krishna in Mathura, and Krishna in Brajabhumi. Do you follow? And in Brajabhumi, Kishore Krishna is always Nitya, eternally 10, 11-year-old Krishna, son of Nanda Maharaj, son of Jasoda Mata. Very, very beautiful. Asamardho Rupasri. Asamardho. No equal, not superior. Nobody's beauty will be equal to the beauty of Kishore Krishna in Brajabhumi or superior to it. Do you understand? If somebody, the eyes of somebody sees such beauty, never aspire for any other beauty. Forever, his hunger for beauty is satiated. No more deficit there. You'll feel no more deficit. Do you follow? Because Krishna is Purna Brahma, it's completely full. And the eye will be constantly attached to it, without blinking, no blinking. Apalaka netra. And that person will aspire for, I have gotten only 2 eyes. How to see this was the beauty of Krishna constantly without blinking. This creator Brahma, he does not know how to create nicely. He only gives 2 eyes. He doesn't give us crores of eyes. Do you understand? It is said, অতৃপ্ত হইয়া করে বিধির নিন্দন, অবিদগ্ধ বিধি ভালো না জানে সুজন। কোটি নেত্র নাহি দিল সবে দিল দুই, তাহাতে নিমেষ কৃষ্ণ কি দেখিবি মুই। This Vidhi, this Brahma doesn't know nice creation. Do you understand? He doesn't know how to create nicely. Huh? He doesn't give us crores of eyes, only gives 2 eyes. Again, it is eyelids are there. Huh? Blinking is there. How can you see the beauty of Krishna? Do you follow me? They blame. They blame. The gopis blame. Huh? Brahma. Do you understand? Huh? And the eyes, that eyes, those eyes are useless if they cannot see such a beauty of Krishna. What is the utility of such eyes? And that ear is useless, that doesn't hear the sweet singing of flute singing of Krishna. Do you understand? What is the utility? बंसी गानामृत लावण्यामृत जन्मस्थान जेना देखिए से चांद बदन। बंसी गानामृत धाम लावण्यामृत जन्मस्थान जेना देखे से चांद बदन। से नयने की बाकाजो পড়ুকতার মুন্ডে বাজো, সে নয়ন রহে কি কারণ। কৃষ্ণের মধুর বাণী অমৃতের তরঙ্গিণী, তার প্রবেশ নাহি যে শ্রবণী। কাণা কাড়ি ছিদ্র সম জানিও সে শ্রবণ, তার জন্ম হইল কারণ। In Chaitanya Charitamrita this has been said. You understand? বৈশী গানামৃত ধাম লাবণ্যামৃত জন্মস্থান জেনা দেখে সে চান্দ বদন। Beautiful, moon-like face, lotus face of Krishna. If someone cannot see, possessing the eyes, what is the utility of those eyes? Se noyone kiba kaj, podukotar munde bas. Better let this Indra throw his thunderbolt on his head, but completely destroyed. What is the utility of these eyes if we cannot see such beautiful form of Krishna? Kandarpa's beauty far excels that of crores of cupids. Do you understand? So, why you'll possess such eyes? Do you understand? So the eyes will see such a beautiful form of Krishna that I will never aspire for seeing any beauty. That will spit at it. Oh, what beauty, ugly. Huh? Yes, that is the perfection of possessing eyes, to see such beauty of Krishna only. Do you understand? Yes, because Krishna is Purna Brahma. Krishnera madhuravani, amrutera tarangini, tar pravesana hi je sravani, kana kari chidra sama, jani hoy sravana tar janma hoilo karan. The sweet voice of Krishna, the sweet singing, flute singing of Krishna. Do you understand? Like nectarian. This nectar, flow of nectar. If somebody cannot hear so sweet singing of flute singing of Krishna, if it cannot utter into the ear of somebody, what is the use of possessing such ears? Do you understand? It cannot enter into the ear of persons. Then what is the use of possessing such ears? Those ears are like mere holes. Mere holes. Do you understand? Mere holes. His life is, what is there? Better to be destroyed. Why he will survive? unless you hear such sweet flute singing of Krishna, sweet voice of Krishna, words of Krishna. Do you understand? If someone hears, then forever his hunger for sound is completely satiated. No more hunger. Do you follow me? That is what. Similarly, then taste. Krishnero dhoramrito, Krishna guna charito, sudhasaro, swadu vinindano, taro swado jena jani, janmiyano moilokene, tar rosona, Bheko jivaso murgo modo nilotpalo milo nije porimolo jai hori taro garbo mano heno Krishna ango gandho jaro nahi sesamandho sehi nasa vastraro somano Krishna pado karo tolo, koti chandra susitalo, tar sparso, jena sparso mani, tar sparso nahi jaro, se jau ko charo kharo, sehi bapu, loha samajani. Do you understand? Krishnero dharamrito, Krishna guna charito, sudhasaro, swadu vinindana. Do you understand? That nectar emanating from the lips of Krishna. Krishna katha, nectarian katha. Do you understand? So sweet, so nectarian. Do you understand? Even it far excels the sweet taste of the nectar available in heaven. Do you understand? Tar swad jana jani, janmiyana moilo kene. If somebody cannot taste this nectar, do you understand? Emanating from the lips of Krishna, emanating from nectarian Krishna katha, the tongue taste. Do you understand? Tongue taste is taste. If the tongue cannot taste it, then what is the utility of possessing such tongue? Do you understand? The rasana bheko jiva. It is as good as tongue of a frog. Frog. The frog says, kata 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 kata. Do you understand? Jiva sati darduri ki vasuto na chopogayati urugayogata. Urugayogata, first canto says. Having tongue, if somebody doesn't utter this holy names of Krishna, which is so nectarian and sweet, and then speak as Krishna Lila, speak the nectarian transcendental times of Krishna, utter such thing, then cannot taste the nectar emanating from nectarian Krishna Katha, Krishna Nama, name of Krishna. That tongue is like the tongue of a frog. Do you understand? Tongue of a frog. Frog only says kada 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 and inviting, thereby inviting the snake will devour him. I am here, come and devour me. That means inviting death. Do you understand me? Tarasana bheko jivasava. Do you understand? Murga mada nilotpala milane je parimala jai hare tar garba mano. Hena Krishna anga gandha. Jar nahi se samandha. Sei nasa bhastrar saman. The nose has that hunger of smelling very sweet, sweeter smell. Do you understand? Scent. But the scent coming out from the body of Krishna is so sweet. Nothing can be compared to it. Do you understand? Murgamada, Nilotpala, all these scents come from Murgamada. It's very sweet. Nilotpala, Blue Lotus, that scent is far excels. the scent coming out from the body of Krishna, and having possessing the nose, somebody, some devotee doesn't have such scent, then what is the utility of this nose? What is the utility of this nose? Tarnasa bhastrar saman. Though it's breathing, taking, breathe out, breathe in, breathing, still it's dead. Though breathing dead, like Vastra, like bell of a blacksmith. Do you follow my language? Bell of a blacksmith is breathing, and you are breathing, but you cannot smell. There's such sweet smell coming out from the body of Krishna. What is the utility? If someone smells, then forever the hunger for smell of the nose is satiated, no more. Do you follow? Similarly, Krishna pada karatala. Pada and karatala. You follow pada? This? And karatala. It's so soft. Koti Chandra Susitala. That's cool as the coolness of crores of moon. So sweet and so cool. Tarsparsa jemas parsamani. The touch of the feet of Krishna and palm of Krishna, like sparsamani, like touchstone, so attractive. It's so cool, as cooling as the crores of moon, and so sweet and so soft. If this Sparsendriya of the sense of touch cannot touch it, तार स्पर्श नहीं जार से जाओ को सरखार सही बपू लोहा समुदानी. You have this Sparsendriya touch, sense, this body, then that skin touches. If you can touch it, then what is the utility of this body? It's like an iron body. Loha sama. This iron body made up of iron. It's useless. It's better. It's to be destroyed. Sarkar. Jauko sarkar. Let it be destroyed. Why possess such body? Do you follow? This is what. Because Krishna, Madhurya, is all sweetness. Is a somordhva. There is no equal to it. There is nothing superior to it. And that is our goal. That we have to have it. And Parikshita Maharaj desired that thing. Krishnangri Seva. Isn't it? That in purport, Srila Prabhupada has said, Parikshita Maharaj desired, for a devotee like Maharaj Parikshit, none of the material planets, even the topmost Brahmalok, is as desirable as Golak Vrindavan. He desired to go to Golak Vrindavan. So, serve the lotus feet of Krishna and get Krishna, who is Purna Brahma. Do you understand? Completely full, then there will be no deficit at all. It is Purna Brahma. Who has no deficit? If someone gets that Purna Brahma Krishna, he feels no deficit. Do you understand? He feels no deficit, completely full. Nobody is completely full but Krishna. So, who has this desire to get Krishna, he kicks the all other things. Ko nisyati pada saroja bhajang sudurlabho arthesu chatussu piha tathapinam prabhunomi bhuman bhava bhavat padam bhoja nisivanaschuka. Srimad Bhagavatam, that canto says. Who was developed on all devotion, pure devotion, prem bhakti, devotion with pure love at the lotus feet of Krishna, he gets Purna Brahma Krishna. Is there anything not attainable on his part? Anything not attainable? Krishna means everything. There is nothing unattainable on his part. Still, he doesn't want anything, desire anything. Only he wants to serve the lotus feet of Krishna. Do you understand? Bhavan padambhojani sevanaschuka. He never aspires for anything else but only Krishna's. To serve the lotus feet of Krishna. And Maharaj Parikshit desired the same thing. Krishnangri Sevan. How I will serve the lotus feet of Krishna. Do you understand? The only desire he cherished. For on the part of such a bhakta, such a devotee, this heavenly planet, the Brahmalok, do you understand? The position of this, what is the emperor of the whole world, and Rasadhipatya, that where Bali Maharaj goes, do you understand? The neither planet, this Bida Swarga, there is a Swarga, heavenly planet, and Patal. Do you understand? He said, Bali Maharaj went there. Vamandev pushed him. He doesn't want that. Now, Yoga Siddhi, he doesn't want to achieve the all yogic perfections. Everything is insignificant for it. Do you understand? He kicks all these things. Nanaka prastham na saparameshyam, na sarva bhaumam na rasadhipatyam, na yoga siddhir punarbhavam va samanjasvata virhajya kanki. Sixth canto, Srimad Bhagavatam says. Do you understand? One has developed pure devotion, another devotion. At the lotus feet of Krishna, he never aspires for this elevation to the heavenly planet and heavenly enjoyments. He never aspires for going to Brahmaloka. He never aspires for occupying the position of the emperor of whole universe or world. Sarvabhaumapadya. He never aspires for going to that Bida Swarga, the nether heavenly planet, where Bali Maharaj went. Never aspires for any yogic perfection. Nothing. Only aspires for the lotus feet of Krishna. Because that is complete. Do you understand? Everything is very, very insignificant in comparison to the lotus feet of Krishna. Do you understand? And Maharaj Parikshit only wanted that thing. Krishnangri Sevam. That is the supreme perfection. Do you understand? Of human birth. This human body, human birth is meant for it. To get Krishna. Nothing else. Then it's completely, it's Purna Brahma completely full. Getting home, one will feel no deficit at all. Forever, it is satiated. All is material, all types of material hungers, as I say, sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Hunger of the form, hunger of the sound, hunger of the touch, hunger of the smell. All these hungers are completely satiated forever. Yes, Krishna. And then Parikshit Maharaj wanted that thing. And he got it only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, by nothing else. So this is the effect of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you.
Could I ask a question?
Yes?
You were speaking some weeks ago about the form of Jagannath being the
Yeah,
separation.
yeah.
Devotees also, they may not feel complete seeing the form of Jagannath.
Mm.
Is that the attraction of the form of Jagannath?
I say, Lord Jagannath showed his all beautiful Syam Sundar form to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Isn't it? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri taking up sannyas, directly entered into the temple of Jagannath. And Lord Jagannath showed him all beautiful form of Syam Sundar, this Brajabhumi Kishore Krishna, all beautiful form. Because this Mahaprabhu is in Radha, isn't it? The form Radharani sees. The form Radharani sees. All is. What is the form? The son of Nanda Maharaj, son of Jaswant, Mata is Kishore Krishna, I say first. All beautiful form. Cowherd boy. Syam Sundar, Syam Trimangalalitam. 3 places crooked, flute in, touching float, Do you understand? Sleep, Barabatansa. We got feather on the crest. Very beautiful form. Excellently beautiful form. Madhurya Nila Krishna. That is Shyam Sundar form. And Jagannath showed that form. So if you have developed that bhav, Gopi bhav, Radha bhav, then Lord Jagannath will show you that form. Otherwise, he won't show you. That bhav is not with you. Huh? You can see this form. Big, big eyes. Huh? Legs and hands shrunken. Best. This form. You will see. Yeah. Huh? If you can develop that bhav, that Mahaprabhu had developed, and Mahaprabhu is giving that thing. Radha Prem, Gopi Prem, isn't it? Then you will see the all beautiful form of Shyam Sundar. There Lord Jagannath will show you. Yes. All attractive form. Yes. All right? Yes.